Vogue is your go-to source to find the coolest, the hippest shops here in the New York City area that are hidden gems that a lot of people don't really know about, and they're also easy on your wallet. I like that with New York fashion, nobody cares. You can do whatever it is that you please. You can be yourself. You can express yourself the way that you want to with your fashion. And I see myself as a canvas, and my clothes are my art. And
Game one between the red and the blue team. I'm sure we'll see more coming up on game two. And Pat, who are some players that maybe viewers should keep an eye out on?
We're going to start with the black team and Gianni Ford from Boys and Girls. He's getting some interest from some D1 schools, 2 MAC schools in Iona and Quinnipiac, an NEC school in LIU, and a Colonial Athletic Conference school in Hofstra. He perfected his jump shot this season. Takes 700 shots a day, he knocks them down, and he works really hard. 18 points a game for the Kangaroos. Really good player. He could be one of the best players we have seen in both of these 2 games. For the white team, Anthony Munson, Bedford Academy, started in single A, worked their way up to double A this year, averaged 22 points and 10 rebounds, and really helped that team. They played big playoff games in the A, getting to the playoffs in the double A, really helped that team grow to the next level in the PSAL.
All right, well, we're almost set to go. Naomi Gray will be our sideline reporter for game 2. Naomi.
I have to say it's been quite an experience watching these guys play tonight. I spoke with Coach Everett of Westinghouse about his guys, Damari Moore and Gerald Williams, and he told me how proud he is of the 2 and that he entered them in tonight's game to give them more opportunities. The 2 have been looked at by multiple Division I schools, but because of academic reasoning, they will have to commit to junior colleges. But those offers continue to come in. They've gotten offers from Navarro College, Pensacola State, Cloud County Community College, and much more. So I think it's safe to say the future looks bright for the 2. And after tonight, they can say they wrapped up a successful high school career. Back to you, John.
All right, Naomi, thanks. So we'll have starting lineups when we come back for game 2 here from George Westinghouse in Brooklyn, New York. Game 2 coming up on backpackbroadcasting.com.
Live and direct. Live and direct, I will bring it to your set. I got now, I don't kill, got neck.
Hi, I'm John Starks.
What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
Whether you're trying to break into broadcasting, get your own production off the ground, or need the latest social media training, contact BIB Media. Born in Brooklyn. Believe the hype.
Game 2 set to begin between the black and white team. We'll get you starting lineups in just a moment. But scoring on the inside is Isaiah Dees from Coastal Academy. It's Dees, Munson, Khadijah, Boone, and Toppin for the white team. Khadijah kicking it straight up Dees. Now the pull-up from the side and the swirl. Obadiah Toppin from Ossining. From upstate New York. Well, almost upstate New York.
Very good girls team up at Ossining.
Gianni Ford, he can shoot the three, and he misses his first shot of the evening. So it'll be Ford, Gerald Williams, Wesley Nelson, Kevin Dennis, and Fatir Hines from the Patrick School. Tray ball from Dees, no. The rebound and the put back up, but no. And a whistle signaling out of bounds from Lenny Khadijah from Wadley. Now Munson, he'll jack up a three, no. And it goes in from the side of the paint. Khadijah, very explosive player, could get to the basket. Not as disciplined as some players in the PSAL as Gianni Ford gets on the board.
Ford, nice take, taking off from the foul line, getting the layup to get the black team on the board.
And answering back with a triple, Isaiah Dees from Coastal Academy.
He's shown he could shoot the ball earlier, and that three-pointer right there.
Johnny Ford loses the handle. His teammate on boys and girls, Nehemiah Boone, can't finish the layup. But the putback is Anthony Munson from Bedford Academy.
Munson's a guard, but he averaged 10 rebounds a game this year. So he could rebound the ball as long as dish it out and score it.
And that's one thing about the PSAL, Pat, is that you'll have guards that could be forwards but were taught to be guards in AAU ball. And as they moved up the ranks and never forgot what it was like to be a guard. And sometimes, your guards can be 6'3", 6'4". Magic Johnson was 6'6" in high school and eventually 6'9".
And that helps down the stretch. If you move and play the next position at the next level, you have a forward who could handle the ball. So that's important. Get through traps, get the ball back to the point guard, bring the ball up the floor. The more versatile you are, the better you are to help a team win games.
Toppin was fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Obadiah, one of the best names in the showcase thus far, I'd say.
Yeah.
You'll see Cheyenne Middleton in a couple of minutes when the teams have host-up changes. Offensive board from Khadijah. Now Toppin from the corner. Splash.
White team showing early that they can knock down triples. Built up a 9-point lead here in the first 3 minutes.
Now trying to answer back. Williams on his home floor. No. Rebound Hines. Williams again feeds it out to Ford. Gianni Ford. From boys and girls. And a goaltend. Nice athleticism coming from Anthony Munson, but he caught it on its way down. So score the basket for Ford. Pat, as you mentioned in the open, Ford worked a lot on his jumpers in the offseason. Did a really good job with boys and girls in the playoffs. But someone who's been knocking down shots from way downtown, Obadiah Toppin.
That's his third three, I believe.
You got it. 6'5" guard from Ossining. Ford loses the handle, but a whistle for a foul.
That's a nice size for the guard, but you could also drop down and play forward in a lower Division I conference, Division II, Division III. And like we were talking about, the bigger guards, the more versatile you are, the better it works for you. So you can play multiple positions at the next level.
Evan Dennis misses it, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a white basketball. Now charging on the inside through a lot of contact. That was Khadijah. And his opposite number, Williams. Going the other way, Williams will float it up and he'll go to the line.
Gerald Williams at a Westinghouse, so he's playing on his home court. Averaged 12.8 points per game, 9 rebounds per game, so he could score and rebound almost a double-double per game. And he shot 67% from the foul line. Nice player.
He was seen as the do-or-die guy, as described by his head coach, Everett Kelly. Played with a lot of foul trouble this year, with the exception of a couple of games in December. Gerald Williams has been the glue at times. So we've got a timeout on the floor. Pat, what have you seen thus far? A very free-flowing game, very loosey-goosey, with some athleticism as well.
Definitely some athleticism on both sides. Toppin and Dez is knocking down shots. And like the first game, the first 5 minutes, these teams try to feel each other out, see what they could do. And I feel that's what they're doing here. As the game gets up, the intensity is going to increase, and we'll see the competition.
Nehemiah Boone, no. But it'll go to the charity stripe. So Nehemiah Boone worked on his conditioning in the offseason. He'll run track in the fall and in the spring. Obviously not his first love, but keeps him toned, keeps him ready to go. And he's one of the players that Ruth Lovelace will call on in the final minutes of games. Goes 0-2 from the free throw line. Now Malik moving, and he'll get on the board. The senior from Wings Academy averaging 12.5 points a game. Jeremy Betchel underneath.
Nice rebound and putback by Betchel. He was a big man for Bishop Lachlan this year. Did that many times. Good rebounder, good scorer in the low block.
Seen as a solid D2 player from Publications. His head coach, Ed Gonzalez, said that they haven't had a player like him since Javon Pinkston in terms of what he brings to the floor every night.
Lachlan had a good run this year. Lost in the final to Zavarian.
And how about the job that Jack Alishi did with that Zavarian team? They might not have been as talented as Bishop Lachlan or even Archbishop Malloy, a team that they beat in the semifinals. But they're a team that, the sum of its parts, is worth more than maybe some of the individuals of the teams that they're playing.
And what I liked about the City Catholic League this year was it's so competitive. Malloy had a chance to win it. Christ the King had a chance to win it. Zavarian had a chance to win it. You had 5 or 6 teams that had a chance to win it, and Zavarian came upon top. Great job, and it was a great tournament overall. Close games.
That ball was tapped in by Gerald Williams. And the hometown kid with the bucket. But how about Obadiah Toppin, who has taken control of this game in the first 5+ minutes? Now looking ahead. On the reverse layup, a whistle.
Traveling.
It's funny, the far side official actually made that call as opposed to the official that was closer to the basket. And rattling in the fadeaway, Kevin Dennis from Truman. Topping. He'll spot up another three. No good. Williams the other way, and a whistle, and Toppin and Williams collide.
The black team's doing a good job driving the ball and getting to the foul line. And free throws are very important at the next level. I couldn't tell you how many games I watched this year where the games are won and lost at the foul line.
Everett Kelly compared Gerald Williams to the chosen one, LeBron James, when it comes to finishing in transition for his G-House team this year. Of course, LeBron might go down as the greatest high school player in the history of high school basketball. It's a high praise. Moving, loses the handle, and then it'll be black basketball. So here's Malik moving. Played at St. Ray's a couple of years ago with Sidney Wilson and Luis Santos. And dialing a triple in the corner, Gerald Williams. He's got 5. And the other way, and finishing. Curtis Smith from Jefferson.
Nice job by Smith attacking from the foul line and getting an easy 2.
Gianni Ford.
Smith was also a big part of that Jefferson team that won the Federation title and the PSAL title.
Smith has racked up positive minutes for Jefferson this year, as Gianni Ford hits the first free throw. Of course, that Jefferson team, Shamari Pons, Rasheem Dunn, both of those guys will stay home. One in Brooklyn, one in Queens. And, you know, looking at the PSAL final between Pons and Rasheem Dunn, all the attention was on Shamari Pons this year, and deservedly so. But Rasheem Dunn is going to be an asset and potentially one of the better Terrier players for St. Francis in the upcoming years. But definitely, he might have a slow start, as most freshmen do. But over the long haul, Dunn's definitely a player to look forward to.
It'll be fun to see, especially him going to St. Francis College. Seeing a kid from Brooklyn trying to help a team from Brooklyn make a serious run and try and win their first NEC tournament and make their first trip to the NCAA tournament.
Kevin Dennis with the steal.
Got a little ahead of myself there, but it could happen.
Hey, you know what? They've been on the doorstep, not this year, but last year.
Lost by 3 to Robert Morris.
That was a Robert Morris team that beat 2 top seeds in the NIT in the previous 2 years. The lob, and it was mistimed by Yaradiah Evans. Of course, beating St. John's on the road in Queens, and then beating Kentucky, technically on the road, but in their home gym.
And this
the
year,
before that.
And this year, Wagner beat top seed St. Bonaventure. So 3 of the last 4 years, the 8 seed, the NEC has beaten the top seed. So NEC having some success in the NIT.
You know, it's interesting. We're seeing a lot of parity amongst the NCAA, and I think that has to do with the high school play. And now that these mid-majors and even these Ivy League schools are taking some student athletes that could potentially be high D1 guys but are just overlooked.
George Washington won the NIT this year as a 4 seed.
Yeah.
Knocked down a 1 seed and a 2 seed at the Garden. They won a really nice run, including a win over Florida at home, but it was a home game for Florida because of a arena conflict.
Of course, you had to see, you know, Yale this year played really well.
Almost beat Duke.
Almost beat Duke after coming back in that game. Hawaii played really well. Stephen F. Austin.
Can't forget.
And Stephen F. Austin has been I think they were a 12 seed this year. I'm not sure if they were a 12 seed last year. But the last 3 years, they're good for a game or two. They're always knocking on the door to the Sweet 16, and it's, I know that they're a mid-major, Pat, but maybe the committee should look at them to, I don't know, maybe be a 9 seed, a 10 seed, something, because they're certainly better than the seeds that they've been given.
Their head coach went to Oklahoma State, I believe.
Your guess is as good as mine. In the corner from 3 is Hines. No good. Offensive board by Moving. Now a triple attempt. Evans, no. Dennis, yes, in the foul.
So the black team has climbed back after the first 5-minute push to take a 4-point lead, and Dennis knocks down the foul shot. Could be a 5-point game. Just another team to mention. Middle Tennessee beat Michigan State.
Beat them handedly, too. It wasn't one of those March Madness types upsets where, obviously Northern Iowa wins, on the 50-footer. Middle Tennessee from
they led the whole
tip
game.
Off to, exactly. Led wire to wire. Played really well. Moving, tried to feed it towards Betchel and a whistle. And a wholesale of changes coming from the white team. Gianni Ford back in for the black team. So Nehemiah Boone, Gerald Williams, Jeremy Betchel. And Boone will throw it back towards Dees. Isaiah Dees picks up his dribble. Khadijah wanting a screen from Betchel, doesn't get it. Now on the pull-up, too strong from Dees. Betchel scoops it up. Can't score, tips it in.
Nice move from the Bishop Lachlan product. Not too far away from here in Brooklyn.
A couple stops on the G train, if you're willing to walk to the G train from here.
I know it's close. I can't tell you what a G train is. I'm from Long Island, so.
Well, Gianni Ford, who's from Canarsie, the last stop on the L train, knocks down the long 3. And we'll get an offensive foul. Drawing the charge was Fatir Hines.
Hines from the Patrick School in New Jersey.
Formerly St. Patrick. Michael Kidd Gilchrist, Dakari Johnson on that team that lost to St. Anthony's earlier. A couple of years ago, not earlier, a couple of years ago. Ford gets knocked down on the triple attempt. Here's Wesley Nelson. Nelson, the kick out, triple, no good from Moving. Boone. Boone, floater, yes. Nehemiah Boone. So it's been a pretty close game, 32-28 your score. Naomi Gray, what do we got for us?
I'm here with Malik Riley of Westinghouse. Malik, how big of an opportunity was it for you to be able to showcase your talents in an event like this?
It honestly felt good playing against some of the top unsigned players in the PSAL. We all here for the same reasons. We all looking for a school, everybody playing hard, so we all going to be competitive, everybody playing competitive. And plus I had some Westinghouse kids in the stands like cheering me on, so I had a lot of confidence in today.
Yeah, so you played in the game earlier, and now you get to sit in the audience and watch your fellow teammates and peers play. How's that been watching them?
Oh, watching them play, I see Jared Williams and Damari Moore. I'm going for them too. We've been playing it for 4 years now, so I'm just hoping they do their thing today.
How was it for you being able to play one of your last high school games at home?
Oh, it honestly felt good. I just tried to leave everything on the floor. This is my last home game. I'm gonna just try to leave everything on the floor. I'm gonna just try to play my best. Like, this is my last home game. I'm not even gonna come back to this. So it was just a blessing playing on my last time playing here.
Thanks so much, Malik. Back to you, John.
All right, Naomi, thank you. Gianni Ford hit his first free throw and goes 2 of 2. Give his team a 36-31 lead. Now Boone bouncing it. Low block Betchel. Looking up top. It's Toppin. Triple again. Short. Hits the front rim. And a whistle will give the black team the basketball with 8:08 to go in the first half. And now Wesley Nelson. Hines in the post, spin move. Trying to dump it off as he gets past Betchel, who pokes it free. The pass up ahead. And blowing the dunk attempt was Khadijah. And Isaiah Dees able to get the bucket, 3-point game.
Hines is big with the blocks. He got that one there, had one earlier. Big defensive presence here for the black team.
Here comes Gianni Ford. High off the glass, no, but the tip in. Coming from Yaradiah Evans from South Shore. Yaradiah Evans, the last time he played on this floor, beat Bishop Laughlin in the Brooklyn Bridge Holiday Classic.
What a great game that was, Sean.
It was a good game.
Went to overtime. Great battle between two Brooklyn schools.
And that was a game in which Bishop Laughlin didn't play Marquise Noel for that whole first quarter. And then they were down 7 in the final minute.
He came back, and Noel led that comeback. Betchel made some plays. Very good team. As Hines knocks down the baby hook to make it a 40-37 lead for the black team.
The turnover. And a little finger roll coming from Khadijah. Here's Munson. Munson, the kick out. 3 on the way. Khadijah again.
There's a second lead change of the half as the white team regains the lead.
Khadijah not really known for his outside scoring. He's improved on it over the last month or so, but he's showcasing it today. 6'4", 195 out of Wadley. He's seen as a low D1 guy. Khadijah, he'll spot up through contact and he'll have 3 free throws. So Khadijah back to the line. He had interest from Iona and Quinnipiac. Played point guard for that Wadley team.
Two good MAC schools. Iona won the league this year.
Iona might have won the league, but they were certainly not the popular team in that league. Obviously, Monmouth.
The Monmouth Hawks, like Quinnipiac, were in the NEC and then came over to the MAC.
And, you know, there was a lot of talk about Monmouth should have been in the tournament over Syracuse. I think Syracuse proved everyone wrong.
Yes, Syracuse with a great run.
How far did they go? Yeah, only the Final Four, right?
Yeah. Next year, hopefully they do better. I mean, as a 10 seed, it's tough.
It's a rebuilding year.
Just shows how good a coach Jim Boeheim is and how good that ACC was. They had something like 6 of 16 teams in the Sweet 16. Then they had their whole bracket of the Elite 8 and 2 teams in the Final Four. And a team in the championship game who came up oh so close.
Betchel with the jumper. And Ford answers back. You know, I'm going to go out and say it, and people can disagree. this year was the best job that Jim Boeheim had ever done at Syracuse. And that's because the year that they won the national championship, they had the best player in college, number one. 1987, Keith Smart, 2 seconds away. They lost to an NBA team in Kentucky in 96. You know, Jim Boeheim has had really good teams. He had the Final Four team that lost to Trey Burke in Michigan a couple of years ago. But it's always been the talk with Boeheim in the Big East was he was getting outcoached by Jim Calhoun and the lights like that. But, hey, this year, missing the first 9 games and getting his team to the Final Four was a really good job.
And they were in that game against North Carolina. It was anywhere between 7 and 10, and in college basketball, those leagues could change in a heartbeat. So, great job by Syracuse as a 10 seed.
That game was considered a barn burner compared to the other Final Four game and eventual national champion Villanova.
Yeah, say what you want about the Big East, but Villanova, Jay Wright did a great job turning that team around. They rolled against Oklahoma, and then great pass by Archie Dinacchio to finding Chris Jennings to win the national championship.
Well, the one thing about Jay Wright, too, is that he's kind of from the Mike Krzyzewski, we're going to have 4-year players and hope to win a national championship and be competitive every other year. But with the rebuilding process and blowing fast layup was Gerald Williams to roll out of bounds.
And those veterans made big plays, so Shefu and Archie Dinacchio.
You know, it's funny. You look at outside of Duke last year and Kentucky a couple of years ago with Anthony Davis, most national champions are veteran-laden teams, and that's what it takes to win. And maybe Kentucky's the exception and Duke's the exception too, but that's how you win in college basketball when you recruit these 3- and 4-year players.
It's the experience. You build year, you become more mature, you become better players, and with the talent in Division I, it's very hard to win games, as you see in the upsets. So these guys know what it takes, and you saw that with Villanova. Seniors making big plays down the stretch. You see it with other seniors. And that's bringing it into this game, and you have these games. We saw these guys. You saw it last game. Some of these kids made big plays, and that comes from playing their freshman year, getting more mature to their sophomore year, to their senior year. And as the older you get, better person you get, the better basketball player you get, the more you can strive in bigger situations.
Topping gets walled off. He'll give it over to Betchel. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Southpaw triple coming from Nettleton. No good. Here's Gerald Williams with a spin move, trying to dish it inside. Ford picks it up on the outside. Setting up, moving a 3. No. And Dennis keeps it alive and scores.
Dennis really stayed with that rebound. It looked like he was going off for a white transition. He tipped it back to himself and knocked down the layup. Nice effort.
Kevin Dennis with 4 points. Dennis, the Euro step, and he's got 4 straight points. 6 overall. Bryshon Bryant couldn't handle it. Bryant out of construction. Play with St. Percy. Here's Betchel running the floor and the two-handed jam.
Nice job with the steal and the flush.
Jeremy Betchel didn't get a lot of opportunities to do that at Bishop Loughlin behind Edon Trito and Jordan Thomas. He's showing it here. And a traveling violation on Curtis Smith.
Nice job by the black team, getting a body in there just as effective as a charge, drawing the travel on a transition opportunity.
Here's Gianni Ford. His pass deflected. Now moving, topping, another 3, no. As the ball will roll out of bounds. Yardai Evans in pursuit. Willie Barnes. Excuse me. Bryshon Bryant for construction. Gets deflected. Toppin. Thought about it. Now gives it over. Nettleton.
Getting the
from
shooter's
Notre Dame
touch
Prep.
there.
Started his career at Holy Cross, transferred out, went to Brooklyn Collegiate, a team that went to the semis in 2014. He got destroyed by Cardoza. Did beat number 2 Wings with Bowie and Golden on that team and transferred out after that. Went to South Shore before ending up at Notre Dame. He might have played in more high schools than he has points. So Kevin Dennis again with 2 minutes to go in the first half.
He's really stepped up his game in the last 2 minutes. Doing a nice job on the block and pushing in transition as well.
How about this for an offensive first half? 104 points combined. Now the kick out, Evans, a triple. He lined it up, couldn't sink it. Here's Williams. Ford and Williams converge. Now Ford with the basketball. 95 seconds to go, first half. Ford off a screen. Tries baseline, kicks it out. Evans, no. Dennis inside through contact. He can't get the roll. And a nice finish. Cheyenne Nettleton. He's got 4 points. And it's a 2-point game. Make it 4.
Kevin Dennis is making himself a force down low.
Here's Nettleton. Teardrop, no. The answer back coming from Bryant, no. And eventually it goes in, Anthony Munson.
Nice effort by the white team to stay with it. First few shots don't go in. Munson there to clean it up and make it a 2-point game here in the final 38 seconds of the half.
Here's Ford. Ford and Smith. Ford gets the offensive rebound and then gets fouled by Toppin. Well, Pat, when we looked at the rosters yesterday, we said that this game would be attractive on so many levels. This second game, of course, and it's certainly lived up to the hype.
Definitely high pace. You have a lot of threes. You got a steals, a lot of transition, and a lot of offense. And we have an exclamation point right there from Gerald Williams from Westinghouse to make it a 4-point game. Talk about excitement. Doesn't get better than that.
Here's Toppin to try and answer back with 3 seconds, and the tip-in goes from Bryce-Sean Bryant, and that will do it for half number 1. 58-56 is your score. The black team leads. We'll come back in just a couple of moments on the Unsigned Hyped Senior Showcase at George Westinghouse, presented by Backpack Broadcasting. Evans for 3. Oh, how about that?
Now the Dolphins break in as it's Wizakowski who drills it in.
Trip, nice move, and finish. Nice pass, Core with the jam.
Yeah. Guys, the ball up to the near post, and there to hit the ball into the goal is Mustafa Haradi.
And a slam by Sidney Wilson.
in Vogue is your go-to source to find the coolest, the hippest shops here in the New York City area that are hidden gems that a lot of people don't really know about, and they're also easy on your wallet. I like that with New York fashion, nobody cares. You can do whatever it is that you please. You can be yourself. You can express yourself the way that you want to with your fashion. And I see myself as a canvas, and my clothes are my art. And I like that I can express that here. Some people feel that you have to go to Fifth Avenue or go to Soho to get high-end fashion, and that's not really the case. Sometimes the best places are right in your backyard. Vitrina in Vogue is about finding stores that cater to everyone and make everyone feel like they don't have to fit a mold. You've just been Vogue is a saying that I say that is pretty much saying you've just been informed. I just put you on to the best of the best. You've just been Vogue.
Live and direct. Live and direct, I will bring it to your set. I got now, I don't kill, got next.
Hi, I'm John Starks. What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
Whether you're trying to break into broadcasting, get your own production off the ground, or need the latest social media training, contact BIB Media. Born in Brooklyn. Believe the hype.
Evans for three. Oh, how about that?
And now the Dolphins break in as it's Wizakowski who drills it in.
Trip, nice move, and finish. Nice pass, Core with the jam.
Yeah. Guys the ball up to the near post, and there to hit the ball into the goal is Mustafa Haradi.
And a slam by Sidney Wilson.
Vogue is your go-to source to find the coolest, the hippest shops here in the New York City area that are hidden gems that a lot of people don't really know about, and they're also easy on your wallet. I like that with New York fashion, nobody cares. You can do whatever it is that you please. You can be yourself. You can express yourself the way that you want to with your fashion. And I see myself as a canvas, and my clothes are my art. And I like that I can express that here. Some people feel that you have to go to Fifth Avenue or go to Soho to get high-end fashion, and that's not really the case. Sometimes the best places are right in your backyard. Vikrina in Vogue is about finding stores that cater to everyone and make everyone feel like they don't have to fit a mold. You've just been Vogue is a saying that I say that is pretty much saying you've just been informed. I just put you on to the best of the best. You've just been Vogue.
Live and direct. Live and direct, I will bring it to your set. I got now, I don't kill, got neck.
Hi, I'm John Starks. What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
Second half set to go here in the black and white game in Game 2 of the 2016 Unsigned Hype Showcase here from George Westinghouse. It was the black team with a 2-point lead and a dunk attempt blocked. Going to the summit was Fatir Hines for the Patrick School. And he'll go to the line. Obadiah Topping had a good first half for the white team from Ossining, 6 points. Look at the black team on their side of things. Gianni Ford with 6, Gerald Williams with 5, and the leading scorer, Kevin Dennis, with 8 points. So now teams will switch. Dees tries to feed it towards Toppin. Leads the home run pass. Dennis, through contact, is able to finish.
Nice job altering his shot so he could get the easy layup with the defender flying in to try to block the shot.
Toppin short on a 3, hits the shot clock. And it'll be black team basketball.
Dennis had a nice first half, showing he could rebound the ball on the offensive glass, could finish, and also showed he could run transition as well from the Truman School.
The high pass corralled by Hines. Hines pumps, now goes up and scores. And Kevin Dennis all over Nehemiah Boone.
It's a good idea at first. He had his hand on the ball, but he swung the rest of his body around. Kind of give him a little hug for the foul.
Kind of looked like an intentional foul late in the game, you know? Here's Toppin. Yeah, we'll get a foul on the floor. That's Curtis Smith. Boone, back to Toppin. Toppin going to work. And he'll go to the free throw line.
Toppin showed he can knock down the three-pointer in the first half. Now here early in the second half, driving to the hoop and showing he could drive to the basket.
So now Toppin. Toppin with 7 points and make it 8. Nelson with a nice scoop and crafty finish from construction. Nehemiah Boone, guarded by Gianni Ford. This is what practices had to look like for those two from boys and girls.
It's a great touch pass by Dees, which set up that layup, or layup and the foul.
And Hines fouls Khadijah. Lenny Khadijah from Wadley misses the first one. And he goes 0 of 2 from the line. Nehemiah Boone offensive rebound. Now the scoop shot, no, from Khadijah. Leads to a black run out. Bounce it over Dennis. Dennis, fade away over Evans, no good. Pass in, Toppin with the reverse. Obadiah Toppin. Back the other way. That's Nelson. Nehemiah Boone, one of the more conditioned athletes on the floor on the track and field team. Sure he might have a meet tomorrow.
Those track meets are always fun. Middle of April, 40 degrees. I enjoyed it when I was in high school.
Same here.
Especially when I was so far behind everybody else. I mean, just made it really good.
Did they let you run in your sweats?
No, I had
as
to
you
work.
cruised around the 200?
No, it was competitive. I ran the mile. I mean,
okay.
I got a medal once.
Nice.
There's a 4x8. There's only 3 teams. We did bronze. It was good. I enjoyed it.
I won a medal. I won when I was in high school. I won a novice medal, which meant...
I was in a novice meet every year. I know
yeah,
what it
exactly,
means.
yeah.
I enjoyed it, though. It kept me in shape.
I won a Brooklyn Queens medal, though, which is fun, in the 100s. But that was, jeez, 9 years ago now?
I don't know. Good times.
Yeah, you wouldn't know, yeah. Arbitello drove us to that meet, actually.
The great, legendary coach at Christ the King.
I don't know if he's a legend now.
He will be.
But, yeah, he will be.
Both him and Bob Mackey will be.
Oh, Mackey is.
Okay.
Mackey, I mean, he's been there forever. Here's Kevin Dennis, the pull-up, no.
A lot of D1 talent coming out of both programs.
Yes.
Mackey has a girl from going to Virginia and Louisville, right?
Correct. Dominique Toussaint going to
Virginia.
Going to Virginia, and Sydney Zambrata going to Louisville. But, of course, Coach Tina Charles, Sue Bird.
And then you could throw that way Isaiah Whitehead, who much success at Christ the King. He's going to University of Arizona.
Who's that?
Isaiah.
No,
sorry,
Raleigh
Alkins. Sorry. That's what I meant to say.
Arizona could have used Isaiah Whitehead this year.
He's at Seton Hall, Big East champs.
Of course, Seton Hall could have also used Isaiah Whitehead with the way that their tournament turned out.
Hey, they beat Villanova in the Big East championship. Not many people say they could beat Villanova in March.
That's true. Nobody in the tournament could.
No.
So now a wholesale changes for the white team. Evans comes back in, moving, comes back in. Jeremy Betchel, Curtis Smith.
First 4:07 played, 5-point game, so just like the last one, close and competitive. This one a bit more played on the offensive end.
With a lot more whistles.
Yes.
And a lot more breaks in the action.
And it's mainly fouls on the white team. The black team's doing a good job getting to the line.
Yeah. Gerald Williams, a tray. Well, Gerald Williams this year had his minutes limited because of foul trouble, but this year played really well in the spurts when he was on the floor. And in a showcase with no fouls being counted against you in terms of fouling out, he's flourished. Here's Williams again with another opportunity. He draws out Bryant. Dennis, back to Williams. Thought about a deep three. Now penetrates on the inside. Floater, no. Topping gets stripped by Dennis. Dennis came to play today. Nelson can't finish. Leads over to Smith. Smith, the pull-up splash.
It's a great job by Curtis Smith from Jefferson, stopping and knocking down the mid-range jumper. 4-point game now.
Smith averaged 16 points a game in the playoffs. The unsung hero. That Jefferson team went on to win the Federation Championship.
Nice play by Wesley Nelson, picking the white player's pocket and laying it in.
Betchel, the big man trying to go deep. Gerald Williams. 3 ball, short. Back the other way. Smith, no. And Curtis Smith to the free throw line. But Curtis Smith, kind of like a Ronald Jefferson in that he had high D1 players on his team, had to step away from the spotlight, but he's been showcasing it here at Westinghouse. Here's Dennis. Dennis catches it by his hip, now taken away. It's Nettleton. Nettleton with the lefty finish. He's got 6.
Nettleton has been showing his speed in both halves. Gets to the basket really quick, very good defensively and in transition.
Dennis, no-look pass. Moving for 3, no. Dennis taps it. Williams gets the rebound, goes up strong. No. Dennis again, yes. And an offensive foul. That was Bryshawn Bryant. Gerald Williams drawing the charge. Here's Evans, a triple off the back iron. Vetchel with the rebound. And now Nettleton into second gear.
Nice touch. Ran into traffic, able to kiss it off the glass to make it a one-possession game.
Gianni Ford, the reverse. Ford's been a little quiet come the start of the second half. Rebound Williams. Here's Williams. Williams with the finger roll.
Nice inside-out dribble at the foul line to get a wide-open layup.
Nice move coming from Bryan and another whistle. They throw the pass in. It's Smith off the mark from 3. Williams again. Here's Williams. Williams to the cup, blowing by Bryant.
Showing his ball handling and finishing skills this half. Black team up by 9.
And Isaiah Dees. Haven't heard his name in a while either. Pat, what have you noticed about Williams thus far that if you're a college coach is something that you might take a shot on?
He can handle the ball really well, which could open up his jumper and also gets him to the rack. So he's been doing both. He's also been grabbing bounds and showing his presence. He's a bigger guard, so he could alter shots as well. So the handle really helps him create the game where he could dish the ball, drive it, or take the jumper, which is a nice triple threat for a college team.
Does it seem like he can be a project to most JUCOs or something to where he could potentially be maybe a 3 instead of a 2?
You could definitely work on his bigger game. He has the size. It's just working on post moves and grabbing more rebounds and getting used to playing the paint compared to playing on the wings. Definitely could happen. He has the skill sets.
Sometimes that'll happen with schools at lower levels. They'll bring in somebody who is, kind of a tweener, and they'll place him in a position based on need.
And if you make that move from guard to forward, it really helps you because you can play the block and then you can pop out. So when you can play the block and pop out, then you can also drive the ball. So it just makes you more dangerous on the offensive end.
Now Patrick Patterson at the line.
It also helps defensively. You could guard a faster guard or play a bigger man. So, I mean, if you could train a player to do both, it makes you a very versatile player, makes the person a better player and the team a lot better overall.
Blown alley-oop leads to Hines going to the line. 10:47 to go in the second half.
If I'm not wrong, Hines is the only player from Jersey in this game?
Correct.
Very good basketball in Jersey City.
Yes.
With St. Benedict's, St. Anthony's.
St. Benedict's was just up in Queens at the Dix National. And then, of course, St. Anthony winning the TOC this year. It had gone to Roselle Catholic and Isaiah Briscoe in previous years. Briscoe at Kentucky. And I don't think there's been any actual decisions from the Wildcats yet in terms of hiring an agent. But I think one of the good rules that's been instituted was that players can now actually test the waters without hiring an agent. And, it might not help the coaches, but, I got my own thoughts on that. But with that said, it certainly helps the player.
It's good for those players that aren't the Anthony Davises, the first-round picks. So if you're not a first-round pick, you have so many of these guys who think they can play pro. They go out, they try out, they don't get drafted, they don't go to Europe, and now they're stuck not doing anything. So at least now they have the option to go back to school, work on their craft, and get a pro contract overseas and in the NBA.
Perhaps maybe if you look at St. John's, Jakar Sampson did the same thing, except back a couple of years ago. He had to sign an agent. And so once he declared, that was it. And with that said, maybe if he was playing nowadays, he could have said, I'm not going to go to the draft. I'm going to test the waters, and if I didn't make it, then either way. But Naomi Gray is standing by with a young man from Transit Tech. Naomi.
I'm here with Denzel Haynes of Transit Tech. Denzel, what was the opportunity like being the only player from your team having a chance to play in an event like this tonight?
It was a good opportunity knowing I was the only for my team selected, so I had to put on a show for my team, showcase my team's talent and what we did this year, so it was a fun experience for us.
This event kind of wrapped up your high school career. Was it bittersweet, or are you anxious to just play at the next level?
I mean, it was good. We had our ups and downs, but I'm looking forward to the next level in college or prep school, whatever I go to. I'm not decided yet, but more like I'm leaning towards college now, so I'm excited for it.
So is the pressure off now that you get to sit back and watch the other players play and your fellow peers?
Yeah, a little bit, but the grind doesn't stop. You just keep going every day after this, so you got to keep playing and keep going more for the rest of the days.
Best of luck, Denzel. Thank you. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Naomi.
Stop laughing at me.
So it's a 2-point game with 9 minutes to go. Gianni Ford working on Nehemiah Boone. 2-on-2 crime. Williams a tray, no. And the pass up ahead from Dees. And it finds its way into the hands of Khadijah. Khadijah loses the handle a little bit. Works on Ford. The kick out, Toppin. Toppin over Dennis. Nice move, Obadiah Toppin.
He's shown he could shoot the ball. Nice little mid-range game there.
And now Gerald Williams. Hines, no. And here's Boone. Boone, the pass underneath. Toppin. High off the glass and in. 4 straight points for Toppin. He's got 13. 92-86, the white team leads. Ford underneath. Dennis blocked and a foul.
Nice pick and roll by Dennis to get open. Now could make the white team's lead 4 if he knocks down 2. With 7:33 left in the second half. 2 close games here today. Crowd getting their money's worth. Great talent all around.
except there's a lot more fouls being called in this second game. Sometimes that happens with the raw talent and the rise in raw talent. A lot of physical plays. You put a lot of physical players all in one game, and that's the recipe for a lot of offense and a lot of whistles.
Looks like we're going to break the 100 mark in this game as well.
And that might happen before the 5-minute mark. Deep tray.
D's showing his range. Lead up to 7 for the white team. Black team led most of the half until the white team took the lead. Starting to open it up.
Now Williams gets fouled again.
Khadijah on the foul. It sounded like he got the ball from here, but
yeah.
He'll shoot too.
Might have had enough for the body too. So Gerald Williams already with 12 thus far.
Now we spoke about the fouls, John. Do you think it's these guys are also have the ability to create, so they're more of a threat, so they can fake, can beat a guy and get hit? When you're just a one-dimensional player, you shoot, you can defend the jumper, but if you use a little pump fake, drive past him, you get beat, you give the foul.
I think that that's a good point. I also think that the defense, as you've seen evidenced by the score, is also a big reason why these teams are going to the free throw line a lot. Guys can't stay in front of other players. Quite and simple. You know, you see a lot of wrap fouls and throwing the arms around to wrap somebody and bear hugging, the intentional fouls and all of that.
Which I'm curious, and we haven't had the opportunity to talk to a college coach, but when you go to one of those things, you just look at the person's offensive skill set. Can they pass well? Can they lay the ball up? Can they shoot it? Can they dribble? How they handle it? But I assume you want to see how the kids can play defense too, right?
I've spoken to some coaches at the D3 level, and they've said that recruiting, obviously, it's a long process, so when they start to eye in on a kid and start to watch what they're doing, they'll see them in two settings. One is obviously a camp or a showcase to how they're going to play at their level and to see how they play against kids that are at their equal talent level. And say, for instance, a Division III school is recruiting, right? Division III school, they're cherry-picking the best seniors that were unsigned by D2 schools. So they'll go to a gym, and then they'll see that their player that they've been recruiting doesn't play much because he has D1 talent on his team. So that brings them back to the drawing board of what they remember from that showcase, and they know their ability. But watching them from high school shows how they interact with their coaches, their demeanor, their body language. And that combination is what leads to a lot of success from some of these D3 coaches. And I'm sure it trickles up to the D1 level too. There's no doubt that maybe, I'm trying to think of the coaches, but, Slice, Abdel Massey from St. John's, as you get a nice finish from Gerald Williams. When they were scouting Shamari Pons, I'm sure that they knew his ability. But then in speaking of Bud Pollard, that had to have something to do with how they were going to go after him.
I'm also sure, though, some coaches, I'm sure everyone goes about this different ways, but some coaches may take a player who plays harder on the defense than a gifted scorer. Say you average 12 and 8 instead of someone who averages 21 and 5 playing the same position. It really depends on the coach's ability. If that guy takes charges, crashes the boards, rebounds offensively and defensively, buckles down in the block, I think they just look for different things.
Exactly, and not just that too, Pat, but I think that those coaches will see more defense played in high school as opposed to showcases.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you're looking at a game where there's a combined 185 points. So that's certainly something that is looked upon, and these kids are extensively reviewed. A lot of these coaches do a lot of their homework on their players. But you're right, when it does come to defense, that's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Ball back in play. Definitely a lot of talent on the floor, though.
Yeah. So here's Dees. Dees, nice spin move, trying to find Vetchel underneath and another whistle.
Foul on the floor, no shots.
But see, there's another case of somebody not trying to stay in front and just throwing the arms out there and wrapping them up. So now Williams. Williams thought about a transition three, now goes on the inside and realizes two is easier than three.
Look at Williams. He handles the ball really well. Right there, it looked like he should have exploded to the basket, used a little hesitation dribble, fooled the defender, and laid it up. So, again, his handles are a key part of his game on how he gets to the rack.
Top end. Now Nehemiah Boone. Boone and Ford. Now a jumper, D's, no good. Munson. That's Munson and Nelson. Driving inside, Boone, and a foul.
Well, a plus for the coaches with all these fouls is foul shots are very important in college basketball, and you can see what players knock shots down under pressure, who could hit shots in a game like this. So many games you watch on TV, high school, college, it comes down to who hits the front ends of the one-on-ones, who doesn't hit the front ends of the one-on-ones. And though a missed foul shot late in the game may not seem that important, or early in the game may not seem that important, every point counts. You lose a game by 2 points, you miss 5 foul shots, there's 5 baskets right there you left at the foul line.
Yep. And not just that, the 4-point game right now. That ball skips out of bounds. 4:10 to go. So Boone towards Vetchel, catch and shoot, short. Every player that stepped on the court has gotten a healthy dose of shot attempts. It's up to them whether or not they make it. Under 4 to go, and the ball skips out of bounds. So Nehemiah Boone. D's. And Munson gets blocked. Here's Ford. Ford. And he gets tapped in by Dennis. What a game for Kevin Dennis.
What a sequence by Kevin Dennis. He got the block on the other end, runs to the other end of the floor, and tips it in. 2-point game, 3:05 left.
Boone and Ford. Ford pokes it free. Dennis had Ford down the court. Now Dennis holds on to himself, sloppy dribbling. Fumbles it a couple of times, now gets trapped in the corner. And a timeout called by the black team. So 2:55 to go. 96-94 is your score. We'll step aside. You're watching the 2016 Unsigned Hype Senior Showcase, presented by BackpackBroadcasting.com.
Whether you're trying to break into broadcasting, get your own production off the ground, or need the latest social media training, contact BIB Media. Born in Brooklyn. Believe the hype.
Gianni Ford and Nehemiah Boone. 2:45 to go in the second half. Ford over towards Dennis, over Evans for 3, short. Excuse me, that was over Munson. Now it's Evans. And Williams. Williams, pull up, Trey, no. Rebound Betchel. And Nehemiah Boone.
So just like the first game, nail biter here. Coming in the final 2:05 left in the second half.
The white team could theoretically just hold on to the ball for 2 minutes. I know that's not what's going to happen.
But in the old days before the shot clock, I mean, that's what teams probably did.
Oh, Dean Smith will bring out the 4 corners. That was it.
Do something out of Harlem Globetrotters book.
Yeah, at the 4-point basket. Williams, no.
Especially when they're not counting fouls.
Exactly.
Nice shot by Anthony Munson, doing his best wide receiver impression, making sure he has 2 feet in before the coach calls timeout. That would have been the catch, and the white team keeps possession in basketball.
A la Mario Manningham from a couple of years ago.
That's a great play ball by Eli Manning.
Oh, yeah. Everyone talks about those catches. You know, even David Tyree.
I don't know how Eli even got free on that one.
I don't know how they didn't call the play dead.
I'm happy. Nice job on
Mike. Yeah, no.
Mike Carey right on top of the play. Yeah. Great job.
Of course it was Mike Carey.
I don't know. If I had 5 million people watching me try to make a call, I'm sure I would make mistakes too.
Listen, he doesn't have it easy. Because you know what? Even in the Super Bowl, when they went to him the first time and the only time, he was right that that ball was a catch, right? And then they ruled it incomplete.
Yeah.
So even when he's right, he's wrong.
I mean, even Mike Pereira is wrong. It's such a tough job, though. I'm not sure about the angles, but the refs see it one way, and they're actually on the field, and it comes to questions conclusive or not. So, I mean, I give those guys a lot of credit for trying, and sometimes they're wrong. I mean, it's just thinking if I would do it, I'd probably get some wrong, too.
Here's Boone. 85 seconds to go. Second half. 3 ball from Khadijah No. Rebound Williams. Williams keeps his dribble somehow. Yes, underneath Evans towards Dennis. Goes up. Yes, and the foul.
Who else? Kevin Dennis falling to the floor, flinging it up. Went over the front rim and in. And now Dennis, who's having a big game for the black team, can give him a 1-point lead with a minute left. He came to play today, John.
Yes, he did. Kevin Dennis and Gerald Williams playing integral roles for this black team.
And he's been doing it at all ends of the court. He's rebounding, he's stealing the ball, he can run the floor. As the white team calls a timeout to draw up their next play.
So while they draw it up, we'll step aside. 1 minute to go, 1-point lead for the black team. Evans for 3. Oh, how about that? And we're back. Under a minute to go. Black team with a 1-point lead. It's Nehemiah Boone into the front court, accelerating, puts it up short. Rebound Dennis. Now it's Malik moving.
Black team going to try to hold the ball to run out the final 40 seconds here. If I'm the white team, I'd be ultra aggressive. I mean, there's no foul limit. Just try to get the ball. If you foul them, well, try to defend the inbounds play.
And even if they make both free throws, it's still a 1-possession game.
See right there? Be a little overzealous, get the foul called. He's going to the line, too.
23.6 seconds left. And it'll be who else? Gerald Williams. Gerald Williams, called Mr. Everything from Everett Kelly.
Gets a hometown bounce here. 2-point game. If he makes this foul shot, you do not have to shoot a 3. to tie the game. Plenty of time left to foul again. But we'll see what happens here.
So here's Dees. Dees a three, tie game.
Big time shot. We're tied at 99.
And the clock is still running.
High school boys game in the city. Clock does not stop after made basket.
Here's moving. Moving to Ford for the win. And it hits off the top as time expires. And it'll be a 3-minute overtime.
So, John, we were wrong.
And how's that?
We said they'll get to 100 points by the 5-minute mark. We're tied at 99
true.
going in overtime.
It
Great game, though. What a job by Dees, though, getting space, knocking down that shot to tie the game.
So a 3-minute an extra 3-minute session. It'll be Evans and Betchel. Betchel with the false start. Here's Williams. And a whistle called. Evans fouling Munson. Stay tuned for our post-game hit. Naomi Gray will speak to the MVP of the winning team. Black team up to 101-99. And a foul on the floor. Toppin.
Nice idea. Toppin showing he can score down low. He can shoot the 3 today out of Ossining in Westchester County, I believe.
Catch and shoot from Dees is off the mark. And the putback coming from Khadijah. Here's Gianni Ford. Nice move. Evans a 3. No. Betchel.
Nice job by Betchel. He was falling to the ground, tipping the ball, the topping to keep the possession alive and not getting called for a travel. Great heads-up play by the Bishop Lachlan product.
And a steal, Dennis. And he loses the handle. Ball handling is not a skill of Kevin Dennis. And a collision coming between Dennis and Dees. So it will be Isaiah Dees from Coastal Academy. Couple of dribbles, rears back and fires, and he misses the first one.
Ball kind of sat up there on the rim, looking like it could go either way. Unfortunately for Dees, it did not roll in.
Dees a couple of more dribbles, and he goes 1 of 2. Malik moving. Williams. Williams loses it. They say Betchel hit it out.
Gerald Williams can really handle the ball.
Yes.
Did a nice job there to create space. Also a nice job by Betchel following the ball and not fouling him.
Gianni Ford.
Draws.
And he gets fouled. That was Khadijah with the bump. Gianni Ford might need a second. Here's Gerald Williams. Williams, near side. Moving, a three. No good. And D's.
Nice shot by D, slowing the play down up by one with over a minute left. He had a player streaking to the hoop for a fast break. Slowed it down.
Throwing the lob and finishing on the inside. That's Munson. Now it's a three-point cushion. Williams. Here's Williams on the inside. Can't finish. Dennis goes to the floor. And now we'll get a foul, and it'll stay on this side of the floor. 34 seconds to go.
Kevin Dennis does not want to lose this game.
No.
What a job. Sprawling on the floor. Draws the foul and keeps the possession alive. Down 3 with 34 seconds left. What an effort.
Throw it towards Dennis and moving. Here's moving. Dennis, a three. No. And he'll throw it up ahead. And Munson gets fouled and twirled around by Dennis.
It was a good look by Dennis. Just couldn't get it to fall.
So 15.9 seconds to go in overtime.
Munson shooting 1-1, I believe.
Yeah, when he catches his breath. When he gets ready to go. And Munson, in front of a quiet crowd, gets the first one. 4-point game. And now it will stay that way. Here comes Evans for three, off the mark. Toppin comes up with it, throws it ahead. And showtime. Lenny Khadijah puts the stamp on it, and that's a final. The white team wins game 2 in overtime at 107-101. We'll step aside. Naomi Gray will speak to the MVP. Coming up, this has been a presentation of the Unsigned Hype Showcase here on BackpackBroadcasting.com.
Hi, I'm John Starks.
What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald.
Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
Live and direct, I will bring it to your set. I got now, I don't kill, got next.
Vitrina and Vogue is your go-to source to find the coolest, the hippest shops here in the New York City area that are hidden gems that a lot of people don't really know about, and they're also easy on your wallet. I like that with New York fashion, nobody cares. You can do whatever it is that you please. You can be yourself. You can express yourself the way that you want to with your fashion. And I see myself as a canvas, and my clothes are my art. And I like that I can express that here. Some people feel that you have to go to Fifth Avenue or go to Soho to get high-end fashion, and that's not really the case. Sometimes the best places are right in your backyard. Vitrina and Vogue is about finding stores that cater to everyone and make everyone feel like they don't have to fit a mold. You've just been Vogue is a saying that I say that is pretty much saying you've just been informed. I just put you on to the best of the best. You've just been Vogue.
Hi, I'm John Starks.
What's going on? I'm Victor Cruz.
My name is David Diamante.
Hi, this is Larry Fitzgerald. Hello, this is Spike Lee, and you're watching Backpack Broadcasting.
Isaiah, how great of opportunity was it for you to play in an event like this tonight?
Well, you know, to be picked in such an event with the top kids in the city, you know, that's a blessing in itself right there. You know, all I did was just want to come out here, play hard, put on the show for the people, man. That's just what they want. You know, I got a lot of coaches in here. Just wanted to show them what I could do.
So how does it feel to be MVP? You know, you were playing in front of a lot of scouts and a lot of people. How does it feel?
Yeah, it still feels surreal, man. I'm going to make sure this one, nobody touches this for a long time.
So this is kind of like your last high school game. Does it feel like closing a chapter? Is there any emotional feelings going through you right now?
Well, you know, of course it's a little emotional for this being my first MVP award. You know, I wanted to definitely go out with a bang. So now it's the next step, you know, on to college.
Was there a little pressure on you because you're playing in front of a lot of people, or did you feel relaxed because we're playing with your peers and people you know?
Well, I believe that playing in front of your peers, the pressure is just so much higher because they expect good things from you. You know, all you got to do is really, what I do, I just embrace the pressure and just play basketball.
Best of luck. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Naomi. Well, it was a 107-101 final. The white team wins game 2. The blue team wins game 1. Well, it's been a fun day, a lot of talent, and we are bidding everyone adieu. For our executive producer, Dexter Henry, producer Paul Becker, my partner, Pat McCormick, I'm John Perez, signing off here from George Westinghouse. This has been a presentation of 2016 Unsigned Hype Senior Showcase on backpackbroadcasting.com.
Now the Dolphins break in as it's Wizakowski who drills it in.
Trip, nice move, and finish. Nice pass, Core with the jam.
Yeah.